The difference between failure and embarrassment versus success and making things what it is just the one little thing of telling the audience we're on the same page. I know I'm failing.
Yeah.
You know I'm failing.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're pretending your hands aren't sweating, it's uncomfortable. Once you go, how fucking awesome would it be if 15 seconds in, listen, I know I shouldn't do this, but this is my moment and I have to do this. Play it back, baby. I'm going again. I was the wrong note. Even if the next performance is bad, everyone is like,
everyone's in with you at the beginning, but then if it is bad, it's even worse somehow. And then you know what you would do is if you go, sorry, let's do it again. And then run back and you go, oh, say good night, everyone. Thank you. Then you leave.
But then you're disrespecting the flag, you know?
Is it though?
It's so disrespectful to the flag.
How many flags have you ever heard that have said, boy, oh boy, am I sick of being disrespected?
You know what? You bring up a good point. But I will say what the flag represents.
Do you know any flags yourself?
I try not to use that word, but I can say that I have seen some banners waving.
Wavy cloths?
Wavy banners, wavy cloths.
This is the problem with flags. These guys are... No.
Or girls.
Well, I'm going to say it. Because these flags are going around town, and they're upset. And they're like, people have been disrespecting me. And like, listen here, you flag. You don't know anything about what other people have been through.
And here's something else that's interesting.
I don't care if you're flag. I don't care if you're a flag.
But own it.
Just be who you are.
But how about this?
But don't shove it down my throat.
No, but here's
that
where you're wrong.
such a flag. I'm a flag. You don't got to be such a flag.
There are flags out there, and I know this is a controversial subject, but there are flags out there that are just they're just bad.
Some flags are bad.
Some flags they're still stuck in the Confederate flag.
Ugh.
These Confederate flags, man.
This guy
just telling us, oh, being on the top of car. Confederate flags, these fucking flags.
Hey, relax.
These Confederate flags,
relax.
Let me tell you about what they do. They love to say, look at me, I disapprove of people.
I just got to say, I look, not all flags are bad.
I would say most flags are good. At least the intent. It's showing, here I am, and I'm not going anywhere.
Some of these flags are just flying a little too high, if you know what I'm talking about.
I think you're talking about the red flags. For example,
and it's so obvious.
If people don't check in with you when you need it, that's a red flag. But I do find that when people check on you just for show, that's also a red flag.
I do think it's rude to make the color red as a person of red.
Interesting. You associate the color of red with you.
Yeah, it's rude. Someone says, "Oh, it's a red flag."
Oh,
it's
interesting.
The red scare.
That makes sense.
It's all negative.
I've heard before that black people could identify with the color of black as being negative things. Blackmailing. Oh, in the dark is scary. That's interesting because with my privilege, I'm full of it. As a cis white man with a little dick and everything given to me, I can't help but disassociate the color white from me.
You are very, very much
I think of that as peach. I think I'm peach.
Well, I would say you're just a PWOC. You're just a person without color, as far as I'm concerned. Or you want to be you can be a CP. You can be a colorless person. But either way, you are a person without color.
And but the Jewish thing, man,
that's not going to help you in this regard.
It's really hard.
Remember a long yard.
I'm not necessarily Jewish. You do
a Jewish character, but it doesn't mean you're Jewish.
Right.
Right. You live as a Jewish man, but doesn't mean you're Jewish.
Yeah.
Did you ever wear a Star of David?
I think once I during the bar mitzvah times when people are getting those as gifts, I wanted one because I thought it was cool. But can I tell you the truth? I have a JCC hoodie, Jewish Community Center hoodie.
Yeah, we all know it.
And I love the hoodie. And I have found myself when I'm going out to do shows sometimes, even though everyone I'm Jewish, I have found myself choosing to not wear that hoodie.
Because it's a little on the nose.
I'm being serious.
And I don't mean that as a pun.
Because of big noses?
What? No, I mean because you have something on your face.
I get scared of saying, look at this Jewish.
Look at this Jewish?
Look at there's just anti-Semitism and hate out there where I feel like there might be some situations where I may have been in that moment better off not rubbing in somebody's face that I belong to a JCC.
No way. You're doing it just by being. You're rubbing it in. You walking around is like, I am Jewish.
I know, but that's why when I walk around, I now have adopted, which I got from Will Smith, who taught me to fail forward. I adopted this.
Is he Jewish?
He identifies as Jewish. Yes.
By the way, there is a couple of Jewish listeners for sure that are going to be like very annoyed by this conversation, even though we're having fun.
But I'm being serious. So, there is this
Partially.
fear. I was in a pool in Mexico, right? Is that appropriation? I was in an underground hole with water in it in Mexico.
That sounds worse for some reason.
I was
in still water in Mexico.
I was in Stillwater in Mexico when a person was talking to me about it was a resort, and it was talking to me about the prices of these things and how they really Jew you down. And
My God.
I heard him say the term.
Jew you up. It's not down. This guy's an idiot.
Jew you up would be salespeople trying to make more money. Jew you down is when negotiating when you're purchasing something.
Either way, I want nothing to do with any of these deals.
He said it in a way that was it was like him saying just negotiating.
A stranger said
A stranger who didn't know I was Jewish, oddly,
How?
says to me as if the term was, yeah, they're really trying to bring the price down. There's no difference. I don't even know if he associated Jewish people with Jews. He probably did. But I'm just saying the comfort that he used it in.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you don't know I'm Jewish, look at me in a pool.
Stillwater.
Good movie.
Was, though.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, I've never heard that phrase, but I've heard I've got gypped. That was common when we were kids.
Yes, because of what the gypsies do.
And don't they, though?
Listen, not for me to say. Speaking of, have you ever seen a gypsy flag?
I haven't.
Yeah, I don't know if they.
Have you ever seen a gypsy flag?
I bet if we see it, both of us would be like, oh, I feel like I've seen this. I don't know if I knew it was gypsy.
Gypsy flag. But the gypsies are
Technically, it's gypsy at night.
Oh,
Maybe it's not.
the Romani flag, the flag of Roma, is the international flag of the Romani people. Is approved. Well, I just typed in gypsy flag, but it looks like a wheel. It looks like
It's a metaphor.
What is that? Gypsies are always on the move.
Whatever type of adaptation and understanding we want to teach and preach, at the end of the day, much like in Game of Thrones, the spokes of the wheel that keep running around, Daenerys Stormborn is trying to tell everybody, listen, I am trying to break the wheel.
The wheel in the sky keeps on turning.
I want to show you because I have been practicing if I ever get the opportunity to do the national anthem, to do it for real, and I can't sing it well.
I can actually. I do have a good voice. And all joking
Then
aside,
do it.
The national anthem is not a place for your voice.
It's hard.
Well, no, it doesn't accurately knock out the tones that would show people that I have a good voice.